Guys, what is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Guys, the news keeps on flowing. The good news at Barcelona keeps on coming through the door. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is absolutely crazy. I'm seeing Lionel Messi. What a freaking game winner! Just like that. Listen, that is my goal, Lionel Messi. What a free kick did I just see in the Club World Cup? In the backstage, just watching that free kick, setting up this live. Lionel Messi, that is why he is still the GOAT. And honestly, Lamine Yamal, I was saying he's the best player in the world all year long. But guess what? Lionel Messi is making a Yamal, run for his money. Because, bro, until Yamal hits a free kick like that, I cannot definitively say he's the best player in the world. Because Lionel Messi today just reminded us what he can do. And that is why, listen, that is why he is the GOAT in my opinion. But guys, welcome back to the channel because, man, I went off topic. Club World Cup. Club World Cup's kind of been dead. Outside of Real Madrid and Inter Miami, let's be real, nobody's really cared. I wish Barca was in the tournament, but it is what it is, right? Extra rest for our players. It was a busy season. It is what it is. But, guys, there is a lot of news to talk about, right? We got Nico Williams, an agreement, apparently, right? Joan Garcia officially announced Rashford. Could Rashford still be coming to the club? Apparently, he might. He might still be coming to the club. And not only that, we got more news with Deco, Joan Laporta, Tebas. You already know with Barcelona, there's always news on the table, and it never disappoints. Barcelona, I always say it, at our best, we've got so much news to talk about. And at our worst, we still got so much news to talk about. Barcelona, it's a drama-filled club. It just is what it is. But, guys, let me get to the chat. And, guys, get your chats in the chat, right? Do not be shy. There is so much to talk about, and I do have an announcement to make at the end of this live. But guys, big up to Luke, right? Guys, smash up the likes. You guys do not understand. The likes, when you guys smash them, right? The more likes we get, the channel grows, basically. New people get to see the content. YouTube basically, it kind of recommends it. So smash up the likes. It's the least that you can do. And also subscribe to the channel. And also have post notifications on. But smash the likes. Big up Zach, big up Segule, right? Big up Iconic, right? Listen, bro, my bad for being a little bit late. Nico Williams, bro, I can't wait to talk about that, bro. But big up Alessandro. But guys, let's get straight into it. I feel like I've been waffling for enough time. Let's just talk about it. Let's not talk about Nico right away because I know everybody wants to talk about the Nico advancements. Let's actually start off with Joan Garcia because Joan Garcia is officially an FC Barcelona player. He's not presented yet by Joan Laporta and Deco and everybody in front of the Camp Nou or something like that. But Joan Garcia is officially an FC Barcelona player now. And guess what? Let me just show you guys this right here. I think you guys can see it right here. So basically, Joan Garcia, y'all can see this was a couple of days ago when he landed in Barcelona, and I just didn't understand why it took another 1 or 2 days for Barcelona to officially announce it. But guys, wait no longer because it's not just that he's here, he signed. He officially bid his farewell to RCD Espanyol. And by the way, Espanyol fans are absolutely mad. They are relentless, and they are very disappointed in Joan Garcia because you guys already know Espanyol as a club do not like Barca. They hate Barcelona. They do not mess with us at all. And the fact that they're arch rivals, right, in FC Barcelona, because Espanyol, that's their biggest rivals. They do not like Barcelona, and Barcelona have just got their best player, their most promising player, their only player that they've looked up to, right? He was the reason why they didn't get relegated, in my opinion, single-handedly, because Espanyol are not that good, really. They don't have anything about them besides Joan Garcia. And guess what? He went to their arch rivals. And you know what? I'm absolutely here for it, guys. Let me know down below in the chat, how happy are you guys that Joan Garcia is here? Because it's not just that. Joan Garcia, FC Barcelona finally said welcome. And basically, what did they say? Catalan product, Barca quality. And you know what's funny? I think Barcelona's admin genuinely took the piss over here because why would you put Catalan product? The reason why is because they're letting Espanyol know y'all made him. We took him. You know what? And guess what? I don't care, really. I know Barcelona, they are a club with a lot of class, but this was hilarious in my opinion. And Barcelona admins, that's a 10 out of 10 post. That's why you get paid. And you know what? I hope Joan Garcia balls out. But guys, let me get to the chat. I do not want to ignore you guys. But, yo, What are you guys saying in the chat about this transfer? Joan Garcia is finally here at the football club. Barcelona, they let this one drag. Brother, it felt like for 2-3 weeks that I was recording the same video and same live streams of Joan Garcia. It's imminent. It's going to happen. Finally, Joan Garcia is here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so happy that's happened. And finally, Barcelona have announced it because, guys, we'll get to the implications. But let me talk to the chat real quick. Big up Earl, right? Big up Yo, pause. I can't say that name, but big up to you, bro. Listen, big up Alessandro. There's no secret that Joan Garcia is a Barcelona fan. I do agree with that. I don't think that I've seen some pictures of him actually in like a Barca kit, a Barca scarf, but I don't know if Joan Garcia is actually a Barcelona fan 100%. I think he is, though. Let's be real. And you know what? People are saying, how could he do this? What if Joan Garcia was always a Barcelona fan, but what if he was just never good enough at the time for some reason to make La Masia the next best club after Barcelona in Catalonia, nearby, right? He doesn't probably want to move around, is Espanyol. So if he didn't make La Masia, it makes sense why he went to Espanyol. But what if he was always a Barcelona fan? I'm not surprised. And you know what? The way that how quick that this went down, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Joan Garcia, listen, Espanyol, we just completely little bros them. I'm going to be real. Espanyol, I'm sorry, but guess what? It had to happen. Yo, listen, Shane, big up. We are up, bro. Listen, we are legitimately up. I'm happy because we're getting rid of Ter Stegen. He has been he's been a problem. I'm not going to lie. The past 2 years, our defenders will get, yes, this guy knows ball. I'm not going to say your name because I'm not going to lie. Pause with the name. Guys, smash up the likes, though. Is this not entertaining? And we haven't even talked about the best part yet. Smash up the likes. Guys, subscribe to the channel because we are really starting. We're going to get cooking, bro. I'm going to be real. Guys, we are really about to get cooking. I can't even lie. Big up to Andrew. But let me say this, right? Let me just say this. Joan Garcia, it's not just that it's Joan Garcia coming to the football club. It's that I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at Ronald Araujo. I'm looking at Cabarsi. I'm looking at guys like even Jules Koundé and also Gerard Martin. Now, no more mistakes. No more dumb mistakes, please. Because it's not like you have a Ter Stegen or you have a Szczesny or you even have let's say Inaki Peña. No. You don't have a goalkeeper that you don't trust. Now you have a goalkeeper that can bail you out, a goalkeeper that can legitimately get you out the mud. And I'm telling you right now, I do think Joan Garcia will succeed. Matter of fact, I will say, and I think it might be controversial, I think Joan Garcia has a better chance of succeeding than Nico Williams. Nico Williams, outfield players, he might flop, he might not. I don't think Nico's going to flop, by the way. I think he's going to do very well at Barca. But Joan Garcia, I think he's going to come here, and I think he's going to hit the ground running. Guys, when we're talking about a winning signing, I said this is a winning signing. It's not too flashy. It's not nothing crazy. It's not like the Nico one where the fans are doing Instagram reels and, I'm saying, they're on TikTok begging Joan Laporta. They're doing TikTok donations and all that to get Nico Williams. No, Joan Garcia, I call this a winning signing. Not too flashy, but guess what? It has to happen. You want to win the Champions League? Look no further than Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois was their best player in probably 1 or 2 Champions League. Like, you can legitimately make the case for it. Not only that, right? You could also say, look at Sommer. The reason why we didn't go through against Inter. Forget about Ronald Araujo, Gerard Martin, all the mistakes. If we have a better goalkeeper, an elite goalkeeper, we would have went through. That is the truth. If Barcelona, guys, I always say it, Barcelona are a top 5 club, but we do not have a top 20 goalkeeper. I've been saying that. What other position do we accept that? Left back? No, we wouldn't accept that. If Abalde was like the 25th left back, best left back in the world, we would have wanted an improvement a long time ago. Guys, if Lewandowski, because let's be real, hey, Lewandowski, love Lewandowski. The fact is, Lewandowski is still a top 7, 8 striker in the world, minimum. Let's be real, he's probably top 5 still, somehow, some way, at his age. But my point still stands. Barcelona are a top 5 club easily, probably top 3, and they don't have a top 20 goalkeeper. So it's going to improve us by default. But, guys, let me see the chat. Guys, get in the chat. Read this. Guys, I want to see what you guys are trying to say about Joan Garcia. We will get to Nico. We will get to other transfers too because we got a Rashford story. We got a lot to talk about. But, guys, Andrew, We play them next season. I can't wait. Espanyol, Barcelona at Espanyol. Away at Espanyol is going to be a fun game. Listen, I know a lot of people will be like, yo, Joan Garcia is going to get cooked. You know what? I'm here for that. I'm here for the chaos. Y'all don't know me. Listen, I'm here for the chaos. Joan Garcia, if I'm going to see Espanyol's crash out, their fans absolutely crash out, I'm here for it. I really am. I don't care. Listen, we're kind of not on the receiving end of this. And we have been just 2 years ago. Remember when Ousmane Dembele left us for PSG? I felt kind of sad, but guess what? We're Barca at the end of the day. I knew at the end of the day, we're gonna get our moment. You know what I'm saying? But big up to Adam, right? Gotta say, Joan Garcia, then Nico Williams. The window has started in the best possible way. Absolute fact. Guys, Barcelona, I'm not going to lie, Joan Laporta Deco, this window, not last window. Last window, they were not cooking at all. This window, Joan Garcia, Nico Williams to start the window, that is super strong. And guess what? Before July, we have to add that. Barcelona typically wait until July, early August to get transfers through the door. Guys, we might have 2 transfers potentially before July even starts. Because when we get to Nico, there is huge advancements. And you know what? I'm absolutely here for it. Deco and Laporta are moving very quick. And finally, Joan Laporta and Deco are doing it because last summer, remember, they gave us Danny Olmo, Pau Victor, and a bag of chips. We got nothing. It was legitimately Danny Olmo, who, by the way, got unregistered, right? He couldn't even play the first game. And I was screaming. I was like, no way. No way did Joan Laporta and Deco not find a way. There's no way that they failed us last summer. I'm not going to lie. If my channel wasn't bigger, I probably would have been crashing out even more. There would have been emergency meetings. But listen, Joan Laporta and Deco, give credit where credit is due. This window, specifically, they are cooking. Joan Garcia is a necessity. It's not a want. It's a necessity. Nico Williams is more of a want than Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia had to happen if you want to win the UCL. It had to, right? We have to sell Ronald McDonald. That's kind of crazy to sign Nico, or we can without selling anybody. This is the thing I do want to say. I actually do think that Barcelona might be out the mud. Because hear me out. How the heck are we going to pay for 2 release clauses? Joan Garcia, 25 mil. And then we're going to go on top of that. We're going to go one further and pay for another one that has a hefty fee of Nico Williams of around 60 million. There's no way Barcelona are broke. I think that maybe we're getting out the mud, right? Joan Laporta, right? He said that we're basically at the 1-to-1. And I believe you, Laporta. You want to know why? Because how do you go back-to-back with big release clause, especially Nico Williams? I think that maybe we can get away without selling anybody. But I seriously think Nico Williams signing will be good commercially too. Yes. Guys, keep it a buck. That Camp Nou, the first 5 games of the Camp Nou, the new Camp Nou, the renovated Camp Nou, guys, it's going to be a packed house. Not only is it the Camp Nou coming back, it's an excellent Barca team. It's a super exciting team. Hansi Flick's the manager. Lamine Yamal is there. Robert Lewandowski's there. Raphinha is there. And Nico Williams. And the fans love Nico. The fans already love Nico. So listen, I think that the Camp Nou will be packed. I can't even lie. Barcelona have the money to sign Nico, but we don't have the space to add him to the squad. Yeah, you're talking about registering. I will talk about this later in this video. I do think Barca, apparently they do have a plan to register Nico Williams. So I do think that Nico Williams will be registered by the first game of La Liga. I think that this year, I don't think there's going to be a Danny Olmo situation. I think we're going to be fine, right? I also saw a report of Barcelona making like 950 million over the course of the season. That's a lot of money. I think we're going to be chilling, right? I'm shocked by the links to Vanderson and Grimaldo after the Nico signing. I can't believe, my club is moving like a serious club. That is why, I'm not going to lie, and Barca Volume, big up to you, right? I got to say this. I've criticized Deco a lot, but right now, Deco and Laporta are having a very good window. The only question mark will be how are they going to sell players? Because when it comes to purchasing players, they're getting their first option. They got their first option goalkeeper. Not only that, they're following it off with their first option winger. And for all the people that are saying Luis Diaz, remember, Luis Diaz, as great as he was, and as much as Deco wants him, the thing is, Barcelona, we need to remember, they also wanted Nico Williams the whole of last summer. I don't know why all of our fans forget that. Deco likes Nico Williams. The guy legitimately chased him the whole summer last time. Legitimately, last year, I remember, right? I'm not going to forget these things. Deco chased Nico Williams the whole last summer. So I don't know why people say if it's between Luis Diaz and Nico that Deco would go for Luis Diaz. Actually, there's more proof that he's going to go for Nico because we saw it last summer that he chased him the whole time and he didn't come at the end. But listen, I'm not going to lie. Yo, hey, Deco Laporta, I can't even lie, guys. I hold my heads up. Deco is cooking, bro. I can't even lie. But once again, I do want to see how they're going to sell players. But guys, smash up the likes. I do want to get on to more news, right, about Nico now, right? Guys, smash up the likes so more people can find the channel, right? Barca Volume, my guy says, Real Madrid think Nico sucks. Nah. Bro, Nico sucks is crazy. I can't lie. But I do want to say this, right? I do want to move on to the other transfer because Joan Garcia, y'all already know I mess with Joan Garcia. I wanted him before there was even reports. I was saying, why is there not reports? 2 weeks later, there were reports. And then guess what? 2 weeks later, we signed the player. So with Joan Garcia, I'm very happy. 10 out of 10 signing. But let's move on. Let's actually move on and talk about potentially and probably our next transfer because, guys, it's not just that. Basically, Joan Laporta, I don't know if you guys live under a rock. You guys don't use Twitter. Y'all are not on Instagram, right, on the social media era right now. But Joan Laporta, he said some big words. He didn't say many words, but he said some big words. He said, we are working on an imminent signing and also another deal. The imminent signing will please you. And you know what? Joan Laporta is a clever guy. That's all I'm going to say. You want to know why? This guy said this right after Joan Garcia got announced. So people were thinking, is Nico Williams the imminent signing? And then is there another signing on top of that? In my opinion, I think he's playing what's it called, mind games, in my opinion, because I think Joan Laporta, right, we haven't presented Joan Garcia. I think that's the imminent signing. And I think the next one, the deal that we're working on is definitely Nico Williams. That is what I believe. I don't think we're working on our third signing right away. That would be a dream. Listen, that would be a fantasy. That's a Barcelona fantasy if we're already working on a secret third signing. That would be sick. But I know who Joan Laporta is. I know this guy's clever. And I just don't believe that Barcelona are working on 3 deals this early in the window. But Alfred Martinez, a decently reliable journalist, said that the signing is Nico Williams. Barca are going all out for him. And right before I get to the chat, guys, get in the chat and let me know what you guys think Joan Laporta was talking about. But let's actually talk about this because this is why I'm saying I do have to give credit to Joan Laporta and Deco. Joan Laporta is basically saying we are working, and Deco, apparently, according to Catalan radio, Deco was the one who led the negotiations with Nico Williams and convinced him to sign for Barca. And what I do gotta say is 2 things. Number one, as much as I give Deco credit, it is his job at the end of the day. And if we're a serious football club, I shouldn't, bro, if you're a student in class, you shouldn't get credit for doing your homework. You just don't, right? You have to do your homework. That's your job, right? Unless you, bro, if you don't, you're going to fail. In Deco's case, right? That comparison, Deco's job is to sign players. So I'm not going to give him too much credit. But the fact that I'm giving the thing is that Nico Williams, the way that he was so hesitant, he's getting a guy who was hesitant at first to love the idea of Barcelona. I don't know how he did it. But Deco, this is why I'm giving him credit. Because although it's his job, this operation was hard. I'm not going to lie. Last summer, we saw that him basically turn us down because there was no guarantees. Deco this summer, hey, he saw the chance. He took it. He took it right away. He didn't go for Luis Diaz first. He went for Nico Williams. So you know what? I do have to give him credit for that. But, guys, smash up the likes. But let me get to the chat right now, right? Guys, what are you guys saying, bro? Let me see the chat right now. What are you guys saying? Because we do got a lot of stuff to talk about. This is not it. This is just the starting of the big news. But, right, big up Tomac. In my opinion, the new kits could have been better. That's facts. I'm not going to lie. Maybe next live I'll talk about the new kits, but I'm not going to lie. I'll be real. I only like the away kit. I'll be real. Maybe I'm weird because a lot of fans, they don't even like the away kit. But in my opinion, I do like the away kit, in my opinion, because of the Kobe collab. I think it's very cool. I can't lie. You like the home kit. See, so people are different. I like the away kit, and that's probably it, to be honest. The home kit's okay. It might look better on the players. We don't know. Bro, I couldn't believe it was. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Nico Williams is getting disrespected by some fans. I don't know why people are hating on this guy, especially people who are Spaniards. And, these guys are Real Madrid fans. Like, y'all watch the Euros, right? Nico Williams legitimately helped the nation win the Euros, and they haven't won one since 2012. So they should be very appreciative. And on top of that, Barcelona fans that are questioning his signing, y'all remember when he dumped this out of the Copa del Rey 2 years ago? Nico Williams absolutely fried Barca. He deep fried, bro. Listen, Nico Williams, guys. I have to put this on the full screen. Nico Williams, what he did to Barcelona, if y'all remember that Copa del Rey game where I think they won 4-2, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal scored a sick goal too. Nico Williams absolutely cooked Barcelona. And that was the game at that point, way before the Euros, that I wanted Nico Williams at the football club, because I was like, brother, that was actually very impressive. And I know people are saying PNP, people are saying Nico Williams, he doesn't have all that. I believe that under Hansi Flick, he will get better. I do believe that Hansi Flick, look at the 4 attackers that he's played this season. Ferran Torres got better. Lewandowski got better. Lamine Yamal got better. Raphinha got better. 4 different attackers, the main guys who played, not Pau Victor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not Ansu Fati. The main guys all got better. And you know what? I think that Nico Williams will get better, right? At worst, I'm not going to even say it. He's better than Ferran Torres, so why can't he even do better than Ferran in the system? I'm just saying. But let me read the chat before I get on to more Nico Williams news, because there is another advancement. But, yeah, listen, we're also doing, I can't lie. That's what I'm saying. I like the collab for the away jersey for the Kobe. I can't lie. The Kobe away collab is kind of sick, in my opinion. Yeah, you can't, bro. I cannot wait for preseason either, bro. This preseason is sick. The only downside for me is that I'm in America, so basically the games are going to be like legitimately not even midnight. It's going to be like 3 a.m. the games, because they're going to be playing them in Korea and Japan. So that's legitimately on the other side of the world, man. We had a great window last summer. I think that, Dani Olmo and Hansi Flick. Yeah, no, this is the thing. Last summer, though, we have to admit, Dani Olmo was not enough, in my opinion. Well, let's be real. We had the same problems. We wanted a left winger. We also wanted a natural 6, but Hansi Flick basically said we don't need that. But let me read a couple more chats before I get back to the Nico Williams news. I seriously want to see what Deco does when our club is financially healthy. Vitor Roque signing, that was bad. I can't lie. Alvarez next summer. Guys, relax. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I think about Alvarez, but what I do got to say, I'm going to keep it a buck. Let's relax for now. But, guys, let's move off of the Alvarez Isak thing, because we do have a lot more things to talk about, because it's not just that Nico Williams and Deco, right? Deco was the leading negotiator for Nico. It's not just that. It's really not, because, guys, apparently Barcelona Rack 1, and this is multiple journalists. It's not just Rack 1. Apparently, Barcelona believe they will have no problems in paying Nico Williams' release clause of $62 million. Personal terms already agreed. And then guess what? On top of that, it was confirmed. And guess who's confirmed by? Fabrizio Romano. Guess what he said? He said, breaking, Nico Williams and Barcelona have reached a full agreement on personal terms for a 6-year contract. The deal will run until June 2031, with Nico set to earn around 7 to 8 million net per season. Reported by Fabrizio Romano. And you know what I'm going to say about this, guys? Nico Williams, I think he's going to come at this point. Let me tell you why. You don't typically agree on personal terms unless you know you can do the signing. You don't do that, because then it'll be public embarrassment of a player, just waiting, and then they'll be like, yo, maybe the club and the 2 clubs, they cannot find a deal. Basically, that's the only other option. But majority of the time, when you do a personal agreement, usually 90% chance the deal is going to take place. I'm going to be real. And also, look at that price. Look at the wages. 7 to 8 million. Just to let you guys know, Clement Lenglet was making 16 million euros. I don't know if it was net or gross, but let me tell you that. He was making 16 million euros a year, a season at Barcelona. That's crazy, right? Nico Williams, 7 to 8 million. And I don't care. Let me tell you for free, Clement Lenglet is not better than Nico Williams. So you know what? This is a great deal. Not only do we have the FFP for Nico, I do believe we're going to have the FFP for maybe a third signing, which could be Grimaldo, could be somebody else, could be Vanderson. We saw some links. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I can't lie. It's looking like it's closer. And it's not just that. Fabrizio Romano also posted. That's the thing. It's not like it's a journalist, like, with all due respect, Gerard Romero, hit or miss, right? Sometimes he's very good. Sometimes he's very bad. It looks like he's just trying to hype the Barca fans. This is legit. A personal agreement. It's been reached. 6-year contract, just like Joan Garcia, 2031. I can't wait. I really can't. And apparently, right? Actually, let's get to the chat real quick, right? Because, man, let me read the chat, right? I don't want to ignore you guys. Right? Big up to the chat. Smash up the likes. Nico Williams has a much higher ceiling than Vinny Jr. This might be a hot take, but Nico Williams plays for Bilbao. Facts. That is a fact. I don't know why people don't get. Nico Williams, by the way, you know that he's had the second most successful dribbles behind Lamine Yamal only in the last 2 seasons in La Liga. And you know what's crazy? He plays for Athletic Bilbao, and not just that. People are kind of being disingenuous. Nico Williams, if we're keeping it a buck, the guy plays for Ernesto Valverde, who's an okay manager, right? Not Barca level. We already seen what happened with Ernesto Valverde at Barca. Won titles, but wasn't good enough to win the UCL. The truth is that Nico Williams, he's playing on a Bilbao team that is not progressive. It's not attacking. And how many true ballers are there? Maybe Sunset, maybe Inaki Williams, his brother. Who else? Guru Zeka, he's not a baller. I'm going to be real. He's just a striker. He's any guy. I'm going to be real, right? So I'm looking at the potential. Nico Williams, the potential is high. You look at him with Spain. The guy, bro, every time Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams link up with Spain, I'm not going to lie. The fullbacks, they're in trouble. I can't lie. I'm not trying to say anything too crazy. I'm not going to say what the Madrid fans said, that if Mbappe lands at Madrid, Man City don't need to get ready. Barca don't need to get ready. Nah, I'm not going to say anything like that. But I do think that Nico is being very, very underrated because right now people are looking at stats. Brother, GA is not the best way to look at players. Look at what they offer. Look what Nico offers with Spain. I remember the game against Italy. He absolutely cooked the fullback. Brother, that guy was spinning. That guy was dizzy. Legitimately spinning like a Beyblade, right? And, bro, they're telling me stats. And you know what? He didn't get a goal or assist that game. But Nico Williams had that guy leaning. Legitimately, that guy he never had balance. And people are telling me stats. No, the guy legitimately could be a very good player for Barca. Let me tell you that for free. Bro, Koundé, and we'll talk about that at the end. I don't hate Trent. No. Brother, guys, Trent is getting cooked. You don't have to hate Trent. I don't hate Trent. If Trent was at Barca, listen, I might say different stuff. But Trent will be getting cooked, bro. I can't lie. Raphinha and Nico. You know, maybe even Alejandro Balde. Well, he'll get some run out too. Why not? Alejandro Balde, let the left back get some fun too. Trent Alexander is not surviving, bro. I'm telling you, that left-hand side, no, just there's no way. I've seen him too many times against the Prem, in the Prem, that he looks, you know what I'm saying, kind of mediocre at best defensively. And you know what? Bro, I really think that Nico will cook, right? Grimaldo, we'll talk about that later maybe, but I can't lie. Nico Williams is going to – bro, I'm not going to lie. Trent Alexander is not the guy to stop Nico. If you have an actual clamp down right back, fair enough. But, brother, with all due respect, Trent is not – bro, we ain't fearing that, bro. I'm going to be real. What's it called? Big up, youngsters. Hey, listen, I will talk about the – hey, Rogelio, brother, guys, I do have an announcement too. Should I show you guys right now? Why not, guys? Why not? But, listen. Guys, you know what? I'll show you guys. So basically, this is story time. It's a bit off topic, right, guys? Basically, PSG, they're in my city, right? And PSG, they're legitimately like 20, 30 minutes away from me right now at the Club World Cup, right? And you know, guess who I saw? Guess who I saw? Who is the Barcelona legend who's at PSG? I saw Luis Enrique. And you know what's crazy? I'll show you guys the clip. 30-second clip. Bear with me now. Guys, I think you guys want to see this. Look at this. And I'll show you guys the jersey. I got my jersey signed by Enrique. And look at Enrique.
Luis Enrique, por favor. Hey, come back to Barca. Come back to Barca. Hey, we miss you, man. We miss you, man. Hey, come on. Hey, come on, Enrique. On t'adore, Luis. Enrique, after Hansi Flick, you, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, Pedri, you know what I'm saying, Raphinha. Come on, man.
Yo, guys, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see the signature. It's kind of light, but Luis Enrique, Lucho, my GOAT, my favorite manager, bro, for Barca. I didn't see that much of Guardiola. I came when Guardiola left. Bro, I can't lie. Bro, this jersey is the Neymar jersey too. This is the Neymar Jr. jersey, bro. Maybe that's why he signed it, because you know what's crazy? Before the clip, he ignored me, bro. And I was like, no way. I was like, Lucho, are you going to ignore me, bro? I'm a Barca fan. What are you talking about? You're going to ignore me for PSG, sign the PSG jerseys. And then, bro, when I said come back to Barcelona, the guy smiled, bro. That's almost, listen, y'all know the video of Trent Alexander. Y'all know the video of what's it called, Bellingham. And that Arabian guy, he's basically kind of recruiting them to Madrid. If Lucho comes back to Barca in 3 years, I want my credit. I'm just saying, I want my credit. And for the people who aren't here, I will show it. Maybe I'll post it in a YouTube short. But that's crazy. I did not expect to see Luis Enrique yesterday. I can't even lie. If Luis Enrique comes, bro, I can't lie. I need my credit. Bro. But that was kind of off topic. Let me read the chat before we continue. But it was sick, bro. I can't lie. It was sick, bro. Yeah, bro, I saw Dembele too, bro. Dembele, this guy, let me tell you guys this. Ousmane Dembele, this guy ignored everybody, bro. This guy walked past everybody twice. Ignored everybody, bro. Legitimately everybody, bro. It is what it is, bro. I'm not going to lie. Bro, it was sick, bro. I did not think Luis Enrique, bro, there's hella people. And, hey, all I'm going to say, he ignored hella PSG jerseys to sign mine. Hey, true couleur, bro. That is a true couleur right there, right? And I was going to let you guys know at the end that I met Enrique. But, yo, Enrique, that's all I'm saying. My favorite manager, bro. That was sick. I can't lie. Lucho Enrique. But, yeah, Pep era was crazy. Bro, I know, but for me, I didn't get to see the Pep era. So when I got to get this jersey signed by Enrique, where is it? Just right here, bro. I can't lie. Right here. The Neymar Jr. jersey, bro. Bro, I'm so happy. And you know what's crazy? I almost didn't bring this jersey. So I was just going to see him. I didn't even think he was going to signature. I just wanted to say what's up to him, to be honest. I just wanted to say what's up. But that was kind of crazy, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to phrase. And, bro, I can't sell this jersey. I don't think I'm ever going to sell this jersey because I have a lot of jerseys, but, bro, a signature of the best manager that I've seen, because I didn't see Guardiola. I didn't see it. Let's be honest. I can't lie. Bro, facts. Put it on a portrait. That jersey, I think I have a plan of putting it, like, somewhere over there, bro. Like, somewhere in the back, bro, while I'm recording. But it is what it is, bro. That is a memory for the channel. I can't even lie. Bro, I wish I could meet Trent and ask him how's he feeling to face Nico and Balde. Bro, we'll see what happens. Bro, I'm not going to lie. The PSG players, all of them ignored us, bro. Only Lucho came. I think Kvara didn't even come, bro. Donnarumma was there, right? Donnarumma came to the fans. Goncalo Ramos came to the fans. I think that was it, bro. I don't think anybody else pulled through. But, listen, that was kind of cool. I didn't want to tell you guys. But, listen. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on. That was sick. I can't lie. But, yo, Lucho Enrique. But, guys, let's move on, bro. Because that was kind of off topic, but it was fun. Guys, smash up the likes, bro. You're only getting this type of entertainment on this channel. That's all I'm trying to say. This Barca channel, in the future, it will, bro. What if Enrique comes back? That clip is going viral. That's all I'm saying, bro. It is. But, guys, let's actually move on. Because Barcelona, right? Let's go back on track. Barcelona, right? They have a plan, according to Fernando Polo, reliable journalist, a plan to register Joan Garcia and Nico Williams by selling the following players, right? Ansu Fati, probably going to leave. Pau Victor, Pablo Torre, Iñaki Peña, Andreas Christensen, Aurelio Romeu, and Ter Stegen. The thing is, I think we all agree one way or the other, even if you like Pablo Torre and maybe Ter Stegen somehow, some way, and Fati, right? All of these guys, they've got to go. That's the truth. The only guy that I'm saying he should stay, in my opinion, is Andreas Christensen. I don't know why he's on the list. If Barcelona, and let's be real, how much are we going to sell Christensen for? 30 million? I'm gonna be real. I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather sell Fati, Torre, Pau Victor, right? These guys on permanent deals. Andreas Christensen is a legitimately good player. Under Hansi Flick, I do think that he can be a very good center back. And listen, if this is the plan to register Joan Garcia and Nico Williams, fair enough. But Christensen, once again, the guy, bro, defense is our problem, not offense. So we need to keep all the good defenders that we have. And the only problem with him is that he keeps getting injured. But when he plays, he's a good player. Nobody can tell me that he's not. He's a good player. You could say that, hey, availability is the best ability. Well, guess what? There's exceptions to the rule. Andreas Christensen, we just need to hope, just like when we won La Liga under Xavi, that he can stay fit. Because at his best, when he is fit, right, very consistent, can play any system, good defender, he needs to stay. And not only that, if this is the plan to register Joan Garcia and also Nico, it is what it is. But I do want to say, Nico Williams, apparently, guys, Nico Williams, Barcelona want to complete the signing before July 14th. And the reason why that date is so important is because the player doesn't want to do preseason with Bilbao. And you know what? This is amazing. Because July 14th, actually, it's not too far away. You know, it's a bit over 3 weeks. And typically, let's be real, Barcelona, they take 3 weeks to confirm a signing. So I think maybe July 10th, July 9th, maybe, right? That would be great if Nico Williams could be presented by that day. If we could get this deal wrapped up basically imminent, right? By basically the first week of July, that would be a huge W. I think that is the plan for Barcelona. I can't lie. But once again, guys, getting a player in before preseason is huge, guys. It's huge news because if you can get Nico, even guys that need to get integrated with the team, in my opinion, like Araujo, guys like even Gerard Martin, guys like even that, you know, that they might start, they might not, right? Mark Bernal, you need all these guys, the highline system, everything that Hansi Flick wants to do. Think about it. There was a reason why Inigo and Cabarsi understood the high line better than Araujo, I think. And that was because Araujo was not there for preseason. Preseason is serious. That is where you work on the training pitch and you get your ideas out if you're the coach, Hansi Flick, right? Tell the players what you want and then you see it, right? And then you can do adjustments in games that do not matter. So that is why I hope that Nico and Joan Garcia at minimum can be here before preseason. The third signing, it is what it is. But let me see the chat. What are you guys saying, bro? Guys, what are you guys saying in the chat? Yeah, basically, I can't lie. I heard 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, bro, that jersey's going on a portrait. I can't even lie, bro. Fati's cooked. Yeah, I think he's done out, bro. I can't lie. I do think that he's done out. I can't even lie, bro. One thing, what if the players don't leave and will cause problems for a Nico deal? The only player that wants to stay, I believe, is probably going to be Ter Stegen. Like, guys, once again, we can go back to this list. Let's go one by one, guys. Let's have some fun with this, all right? If we're being real, Ansu Fati, right? Ansu Fati, he's got to go. If we're being real, Ansu Fati's got to go. He's done out. Let's be honest, guys. Ansu Fati, he's done at this football club. Pau Victor, I think that he's done. I know they want to do maybe a loan. I'll just do a transfer fee because I think La Masia, we're going to generate a guy who's better than Pau Victor very soon. I believe that, right? And even, guys, remember, Ivan Perisic. We're going to talk about Rashford soon. We're going to talk about another random guy that I've never heard of, a winger that I've never heard of linked to Barca. But Pau Victor is very replaceable. He's a good player. I think that he could do a thing or two at like a Real Betis, a Sevilla. But Fati, Pau Victor, they got to go. Torre, in my opinion, he's got to go. And I love Pablo Torre. I've always said it. Pablo Torre is one of my favorite players. But the thing is, if you're a very good player, but you just don't get the opportunity, you should leave the football club. It's the truth. Pablo Torre, as a player, he's too good for me to be not even holding bench. The guy doesn't play. It's not like he gets, he's on the bench and then he gets bench minutes. No, the guy barely plays games, right? And Torre is too good of a player to sit on the bench, in my opinion, for him and for Barca. Cash out, 15 million. I would do that. Torre, have a career somewhere else. Be a baller at Sevilla. Be a baller at Porto. They wanted him. And you know what? Porto need him because they lost to Inter Miami. My GOAT, Lionel Messi. You know what I'm saying? Porto might need Torre, more than Sevilla. Inaki Pena got to go. Oriol Romeu got to go. And all these players I don't think will make a fuss. Only Ter Stegen. Andreas Christensen is the one that I do not want sold. He's the one that he's a good center back. You cannot tell me that he's not. He is a good center back. I think that he must stay. I think there's no reason to sell him. If you need to sell another guy, I think honestly, guys, I'll look at maybe Gavi. You could even say Gerard Martin. You can even say other guys maybe in like, I would sell a youth player even before Christensen. I really would. You know, Goulet Fernandez, I know he's a great player, but apparently we might sell him. I've seen some reports, and I'm not for it, but listen, if we need to keep Christensen, I'm not against it and have a buyback for him. That would be my suggestion because we need Christensen. We need, in my opinion, guys, controversial. I would like Araujo to stay at the football club for one more year. I think that give him a preseason with Hansi Flick to understand the high line. If he doesn't understand it still, sayonara. Big man, you got to go. But I'll give him one more opportunity because I believe that our defense as a whole was horrible. Even without Araujo, Celta Vigo was not Araujo. We was trash against Real Madrid, the last one. The last El Clasico conceded 3 Mbappe hat-trick. How? They were trashed the whole year. They scored 3 on us. It was not just Araujo, and I know we won, but Araujo was not the only issue. He wasn't. That is cap, bro. I'm telling y'all, that's cap. That is called scapegoat. But going back to the chat, guys, I do want to say what you guys are saying, right? Big up to the chat all the time, bro. Big up to the chat all the time, by the way. Secret meetings in Ibiza. Barca plots Ter Stegen's exit. Bro, listen, I can't lie. If Ter Stegen's got to go, he's got to go, bro. I can't lie. That's one guy. I'm not holding him. Yeah, Fati's supposed to go to Monaco. So we'll see what happens, bro. It's fresh reports, Monaco and Fati deal. I think it's over. I think that it's just, it's probably small details that Monaco and Barcelona are fighting over. But I truly believe that eventually Ansu Fati will leave the football club. I truly believe it. Preseason, bro. Preseason Romeu was moving like Vaughn. You're not lying, bro. That guy, preseason Oriol Romeu, that guy was a problem. And he had the Barcelona fans believing that Deco and Laporta signed a secret star. You know what I'm saying? We thought that, yo, maybe Deco's onto something. And guess what? 2 months later, we were like, no, bro, we are not cooking with Oriol Romeu. No, we're not. Gavi, listen, but this is the thing, bro. I know people would say Gavi, La Masia, but this is the thing. Does he have a definitive role on the team? Like, I don't know if he does. Is he a number 10? No. Is he a double pivot player? Maybe, but he's not as good as Pedri. He's not even better than Bernal, in my opinion. He's not better, in my opinion. I've never seen Gavi play as good as Costado in the 3 months of the start of the season, in my opinion. It might be an L take, but Gavi, in my opinion, not better than Frankie, right? So I know it's being ruthless, but once again, I know the fans, they love Gavi and Fermin. I would keep Fermin. I love Fermin, and I would also keep him. I love Gavi too, but Gavi, the only way he's staying is if he is a utility player. If he's a player that, you know, he's the 18th, 19th man off the roster, he's a role player, because he does have something, to be fair to him, that no other Barca player have. Just legitimately sheer passion. The guy will legitimately run through a wall for Barcelona. Like, bro, it doesn't make sense. It's unconditional. You cannot teach that, right? But once again, like he says, I can see Gavi going to Atletico maybe next year. It's not crazy. He fits their style. Simeone would love him, right? Barcelona would love to cash out for like 45, 50, I would say, right? And I know why people are saying that Gavi off an ACL, even before his ACL, he was cooking, but I don't think that he is that. I don't think his ceiling's that high, bro. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think his ceiling's that high, bro. Like, I think Gavi, good player, utility player at best, you know, can be like a Fermin role where he's a starter, rotational starter. There's no dip off, right, when the starter's off the field. But truly, guys, I just don't know. I don't know with Gavi what his future holds, especially when La Masia is absolutely cooking. La Masia is absolutely cooking, right? So, yeah, bro, it's going to be emotional. But listen, you have to make difficult decisions sometimes. Real Madrid, they're about to sell maybe, potentially, Rodrigo. So they don't get too emotional on the business side. Sometimes you have to, right? Sometimes you have to. Gavi was being on the left wing. Yeah, you're right. But it's just the truth, bro. I think we end up with a right back, Rashford on loan. Yeah, bro, listen, you know what? That is a perfect segue because, guys, it's not just that, right? It's not just about Joan Garcia and Nico Williams. Apparently, right, Barcelona, it's not just about Nico and also Joan Garcia, because also Marcus Rashford, there is still hopes, and I don't know how. This was all amongst the Nico news, the Nico Williams news, and amongst the Nico Williams news, can you believe that Marcus Rashford is still potentially an option for Barcelona. And let me actually show you guys this. So basically, Marcus Rashford still hopes to sign for Barcelona. He's confident that his ability to play across the front line makes him a good fit around Nico Williams and also a backup of Lewandowski. His goal is to wear the Barca shirt, and he's ready to do whatever it takes to make it happen. This is the thing. Guys, I'm going to be truly honest with you guys. Do we have the FFP to get Rashford on loan also? Like, guys, I would love it, right? I would say, you know what? People are going to say, well, it might be too much. I would take it. I don't think it could hurt us, really. The only way is off the pitch. If Rashford's not playing, will he be mad at, like, Hansi Flick? Would he be mad at Lewandowski, Nico, like Lamine Yamal? But if Rashford, I would do two things, right? If Rashford, I will let him know you are going to be a bench player, off the bench, impact sub, right? That's what you're going to do for us right now this season, right? And it might even be the whole season. There might only be 1 or 2 moments, 1 or 2, 3, 4 months maybe that you're going to be starting. But for the most part, you're going to be an impact sub, super sub, right? If Rashford agrees to that and he still wants to make it happen, then I am in for the deal. Then I am, because we're already telling him, we're not lying to him. We're going to tell him his role. And if he still wants to be part of this project under Hansi Flick, fair enough, then I would go for him. But once again, Man United, they want a transfer fee of 40 million. Barcelona, forget a transfer fee. We wouldn't even pay 20. Because realistically, Barcelona, they only want Rashford on loan. And on top of that, I'm saying, do we have the FFP for this? Because surely if we have the FFP for this, we're not broke. Like, that is a gimmick. The broke thing is fully a gimmick. If Barcelona can land Rashford on loan, I'm sorry, but we're not broke. There's just no way to play it down. Because let's be real, a broke club does not get Nico. A broke club does not get Joan Garcia. Pay the release clauses at once. And then on top of that, now you're going for Rashford. And on top of that, you want Grimaldo or Vanderson. That is not a broke club. I'm going to keep it a buck. Maybe Joan Laporta and Deco, maybe we're not broke and they're using it as a gimmick, a transfer, maybe a card in their back pocket so we get better deals. Maybe. But I'm going to be honest. If we get Rashford on loan on our terms, how could you say no? He's a good player, but once again, he's kind of been falling off, and you could say for Barcelona, they could use that to their advantage. Man United, we're not going to pay you a player that has a good season, bad season, good season, bad season. He would be a good option off the bench. That is the truth. If you tell Rashford you're always off the bench, you might start 1 or 2 months. That's it, right? And if you're still reluctant to join Barcelona, I would do it. I can't lie. Not going to lie, if Rashford feels like he wants to play, wait, hold up. Not going to lie, if Rashford feels to play, he's legit one of the best players in the world. That's the thing. Rashford at his best is very talented. He's skilled. The guy has showed a lot of things. A motivated Rashford, facts, is a beast. But the problem with Rashford is that attitude off the pitch. There's too much question marks, even on the pitch. Sometimes he doesn't press. Sometimes he does what he wants. And under Hansi Flick, that's not going to fly. I'm telling you right now, if I'm going for a left back, if we have space, that's me too. That's also the thing that I want to say. I would go for a left back before going for Marcus Rashford. I would not go for Rashford before a left back. I've already said this. The Rashford deal, if it does happen, is going to be in the last 2 weeks of the window. It will be that. It will not be a thing that we see in the next month, I believe. I think that the Rashford, because guys, transfers you get typically, it's not a Black Friday, but transfers, you typically get better deals as the window goes on. And Rashford, maybe we can get a loan with an option to buy from Man United at the end. That is, I think, what Barcelona want to do. But once again, I can't lie. If you can get Nico and Rashford, I can't lie, Deco. Yo, listen. Y'all said who y'all say moving like King Von? Deco is moving like King Von. Deco is moving like King Von if we get Rashford and Nico and Joan Garcia and a left back. Brother, that is the best window since we signed Lewandowski, Raphinha, Christensen, right? Bro, Deco moving like King Von. That's all I'm going to say. But let's move off, right? Let's move off of Rashford, actually, right? Because there is one more player that I do want to talk about before talking to the chat. Because, listen, obviously, Rashford, we already know the loan deal is basically being talked about. But Fabrizio Romano, legitimately breaking news. This legitimately came out 1 hour ago. Y'all can see on my screen. But basically, Barcelona have made contacts to inform Rooney Bargdi, I think that's his name is, and basically direct talks took place. And the thing is, with this winger, I've seen him. He's a decent player. But I do think that if Barcelona are actually, and they've been linked with him, I think last summer too, if Barcelona are truly in for one more winger, because this looks like it's strong. It looks like Barcelona are linked to one more winger somehow after Nico Williams. I don't know how. I don't know why. But if it's true, Rashford or this guy maybe is the options. Maybe it's Rooney or it's Rashford on loan. And I'm going to be honest. If that happens, Hansi Flick has a squad. That is the least I'm going to say. I don't know if this guy is very good. I've barely seen him. I've watched like one comp, maybe just 2-3 minutes of him. He looks okay. I can't lie, right? But I'll be real. The message is Barca, we might actually want one more winger after Nico. And I don't know why, but listen, this is one thing. You can never go short on ammo. You could always have just enough. That's all I'm going to say. And having one more, I don't think it would hurt. But Rooney, this guy, right? Rooney Bargdi, I think his name is, or Rashford, the only way I would get them, once again, I'll let them know ahead of time, you two, whichever ones that come, right? Legitimately, y'all will be bench players that are going to be impact subs. You guys will not get the game time like that Dani Olmo or maybe a Fermin Lopez even would get, right? Let's be real. You're going to be probably the fourth man off the bench. So I'm going to keep it a buck. That's what I'll do. And if they're still reluctant and they want to come to Barca, fair enough. Then I'll go for it. But listen, it is what it is, bro. Let me read the chat, though. Let's see what you guys got cooking up, bro. I've already said it. Big up Ahmed, by the way. I've said it. They're going to sign Nico Williams. Yeah, we already talked about Nico, bro. It's going to happen, bro. I think it's going to happen. What do you guys think about – bro, I don't know enough about this player, but what I will say is that I do think that, Barca are interested on a winger. That is the message that I'm seeing. I don't know if he's good, but I think it's Rashford on loan or it's this brother. And listen, at the end of the day, as long as Barcelona are being ambitious, it's cool with me. But – I do think that another winger, surely you get a left back before, right? Joan Laporta Deco, get a left back before. Don't do too much. Come on, man. We have Dani Rodriguez, Ibrahim Diarra. Yeah, this is true. I think left back. No, but this is the thing, bro. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to be so real with you, right? I think that, listen, that is why I think we should get a left back. Because La Masia also has Tony Fernandez, and La Masia also has that brother from like Ivory Coast or Mali or something. What's his name? Ibrahim Diarra, I believe. So that's two La Masia ballers that they can make their debuts legitimately this season. So I would actually go for Rashford on loan because it doesn't like stall or block their progress. That's what I would do. That is what I would do. I would get Rashford on loan over this kid because I don't know if he's going to have a future here. I don't know. La Masia right now, we're in a golden generation. We have a bunch of talent in La Masia. That is the truth. So it is what it is, bro. Bro, La Liga hasn't released. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens when La Liga's cooking up. I'll back up. Yeah, the defense, left back and center back, I would get instead of a winger. But what are you guys saying? Vanderson should be our priority? Listen, I have a question to the chat. Guys, I have a question to the chat. Would you guys rather have Vanderson come to Barcelona or Grimaldo? Vanderson or Grimaldo? Who would you guys rather get? Because Vanderson, in my opinion, what I've seen, he's a competent fullback, kind of techie, not a crazy cross like Grimaldo. Grimaldo's a better offensive fullback. That is without a doubt. His crossing is phenomenal. The way he gets into positions to cross the ball is phenomenal. But Vanderson, he's a much better defender, way better defender. That guy would be like kind of like a Koundé playing at fullback, where Grimaldo, he's more of like a Jordi Alba, a guy who's legitimately one way. That guy, he's going to bomb forward. He's going to whip in crosses. So, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. That is what I would do. But it is what it is. You're saying you'd get both. I ain't gonna lie, no. I don't think Barca could do that. I'll love it, but I don't think, you're saying Vanderson can play both. Fair enough, my bad, Earl. But I do think that Vanderson, yes, he can play both, but can he play left back truly well? Like Hansi Flick, we've seen he didn't play Hector Ford at left back because he said Gerard Martin is a natural left back. And by the way, Gerard Martin, this guy, How is he still at the football club? Hold up. Y'all, I just realized this, guys. How did Gerard Martin skip the list? How did this guy get off the list? Bro, y'all seen the list right here of players that Barca are trying to sell. How did Gerard Martin escape the list? There's no way. And it was reported by Fernando Polo. This guy is actually somewhat reliable. Bro, I'm going to be real. Gerard Martin, I don't know how this guy always escapes. I don't know how he escapes criticism. He escapes everything by the Barca fans and also Deco Laporta flick. I don't know how he does it, bro. I'm going to be honest. Brother, legitimately W, ghost act, disappearing act. Gerard Martin, I don't know how he's got away because I'll be real. I would keep Christensen over, Gerard Martin. I would even keep probably Pablo Torre over Gerard Martin. And these two guys are on the list over Gerard Martin. I don't know how he did it, but once again, he did it. So it is what it is. Gerard Martin, I guess, every single player has, every single player has a, how do I say it, bro? Every single player, I don't know, bro. I don't even know what I'm saying. But guys, big up to the chat. Bro, yo, hey, listen, bro. Listen, hey, big up Santiago. Big up Earl, bro. Yo, I can't even see the profile pics on my end, bro. I can't even see it. But listen, I ain't gonna lie in the chat. Hey, just relax a bit, bro. I can't lie. At the end of the day, I don't really like to talk about politics. Of course, I'm for the people, so you guys know which side I'm with. But I'm gonna be real. I can't see it on my end, so it just is what it is, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. But Gerard Martin, once again, this guy, he got injured. Yeah, facts. That's the thing. Gerard Martin, right? If I'm keeping a buck with him, right? Gerard Martin, I don't know how the guy got injured and now apparently we can't sell him. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. But I'm going to be real, right? Guys, I do want to talk about one other thing, right? And this is not even a talking point really, right? So let me show you guys this. Right? In the chat. Let me show you guys this. I don't know this guy right here. I haven't seen enough of him. Oh, is he the Argentinian center back? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. The Argentinian center back. Listen, the Argentinian center back. I'm going to keep it up real with you. That guy, I don't know if Barca get him. If Barca get him, I'll be cool with it because we need a center back, but I don't know if he's good. That's the thing. I don't know if he's good. I really don't know if he's good. I'm going to be real. Bro, I'm going to keep it up. I am not trying to talk about politics, Santiago, but the Iranian military's Twitter, those guys are crazy, bro. What they're saying is wild. Everybody will feel it, bro. Legitimately moving like, bro, I can't lie. Listen, no comment, bro. No comment. Because listen, I'm not trying to get my YouTube channel canceled. I'm not trying to get my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to do that. So listen, at the end of the day, guys, this is not the place to talk about politics. I'm going to be real. If you guys want to talk about politics, message each other your IGs and do it there. Because once again, I don't want to speak about it, bro. But once again, right? Listen, I do want to move on to Barcelona, right? Because just look at this. Look at this lineup right here. Hansi Flick right here. Joan Garcia, Cabarsi, Inigo Martinez, Balde, Koundé, Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Raphinha, Nico Williams, Lewandowski, Lamine. You're telling me that Hansi Flick can't cook? Hansi Flick was cooking with Lamine Yamal, Raphinha, and legitimately a bag of chips as the wingers, right? So I think you add Nico. Keep in mind, we have Dani Olmo. Keep in mind, we have Marc Bernal, who we have high hopes for. In my opinion, this is controversial, but behind Pedri and Frenkie de Jong, Bernal would be the third midfielder, in my opinion. In my opinion, right? Balde, Koundé, we need better fullbacks, in my opinion, behind them, right? Cabarsi, Inigo, it's good. But Inigo, once again, I want this guy rotated. Inigo cannot play the whole season. The guy's too old. I think Araujo and also Christensen, these guys have to be playing over him at the end of the year. There's just no way he survives. I'm just saying it. The legs, once they go, right? I think also Lewandowski, the guy right here, this guy cannot be 100% starting every game. I do want to see this. I want to see this, guys. Hold up. Bear with me now, all right? I want to see Lewandowski, legitimately a cam right here. Not him as a cam, but I want to remove this guy, all right? And let's say Dani Olmo or Fermin, guys. I know people like Fermin Lopez, but this is the point. The point is that I want to see this, right? I want to see the false nine. I want to see a PSG system because Dani Olmo, legitimately, this guy we've seen when he's the 10, he goes wherever he wants, right? And I think he might cook. The width that Nico is going to give, the width that Lamine Yamal already gives, right? Then you got Raphinha legitimately doing whatever he wants. And also these runs in behind are going to be fire, bro. And on top of that, Dani Olmo at the 10. Listen, I'm saying this might be the lineup. If we're in a UCL final, listen, I don't want to get too happy, but if we're in a UCL final, this might be the lineup that I want. Who knows? I'm telling you guys right now, Lewandowski will get his minutes. Fermin Lopez will get his minutes. They'll both cook, bro. We have too many good players right now. I'm gonna be real. I'm excited. I can't lie. If y'all cannot tell, I'm still excited for the season. Balde, we just need, I'm going to be honest, we need one more fullback, in my opinion. We need a center back next year. We got to get a center back next year. Striker, right? Raphinha obviously is going to be the striker maybe this season at times. Lewandowski, obviously, Ferran at times too. But we're going to need a long-term striker next season. And on top of that, a long-term striker for Inigo Martinez. I mean, what am I saying? Long-term center back and long-term striker next summer in 2027. That is what I want to see. The summer of 26-27, that is what I want to see. But y'all are telling me that this lineup is not a W. You guys, hold up. Legitimately, pray for Trent. Trent, what did I say at the start of this live? I said Nico's going to take turns on that. Bro, Dani Olmo can't really dribble. I'm going to be real. Lamine Yamal, Raphinha. Brother, I already said with you guys. I said Balde might get some run out on Trent because why not? You know what I'm saying? Balde, I know this brother. He likes to dance. You know what I'm saying? This guy likes to get forward. Balde might get some run out on Trent Alexander. I'm being real with y'all. But I'm going to be honest. It is what it is, bro. I want Bastoni. I don't know if Bastoni can play high line. Y'all think he can because Inter, they parked the bus, bro. And I'm going to be honest, Bastoni versus Barca was not that impressive, in my opinion. He wasn't really. I'd rather get a better center back. But I'm going to keep it a buck. This lineup is serious. All the Madrid fans, they can say whatever they want. But this lineup is legit good. You know, they cannot rate Nico all they want. When Nico is legitimately cooking Trent, getting past him for fun, what are they going to say? I don't rate him. You know, they said the same about Raphinha. Now they rate Raphinha. I don't care what they say. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? They were calling Raphinha crazy names, but now Raphinha apparently Ballon d'Or season, and guess what? Now they rate him. Bro, Hansi Flick, once he gets his hands on Nico, listen, just see what happens. He's fantastic, bro. I watched him a lot. Bro, he's like Dean Huijsen. Fair enough, but I haven't seen him. And also, Europe is a different level. Vitor Roque could not cut it at what's it called? He could not cut it at Barca. Yeah, he didn't have the opportunities, but he wasn't even that good at Real Betis, right? So Europe is a different level, bro. We don't know. Even wonder kids like Esteval, right? He didn't even look that good, in my opinion, in the Club World Cup yet. So it's like, we don't know what's going to happen in Europe, right? Yeah, bro, Santiago, this guy's a Madrid fan. Not bad. It's not bad at all, bro. I'm going to be real. Christensen is our best defender. You know what? I agree. Because at his best, he's the most consistent, and he feels like he makes the least mistakes. So, yes, I do agree. I'm going to be honest. Try Koundé, right center back Cabarsi, left center back Martin. Huh? Do you say Martin? Martinez. That has to be Martinez. So what? Is that a 3-back? De Jong, Pedri as the center back, center mids. Raphinha, right mid. Left mid, Nico. Left attacking mid, Lamine. Olmo as the what? Right attacking mid, striker Loa. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot to do, bro. But, Yao, I know what you're saying. Basically, what we're trying to say is that Barcelona, they have options. They do. That is the truth. Barcelona, they do have options. Bro, Trent, well, listen. Trent, it's going to be the point where I'm going to be honest. Trent, I'm going to be honest. He might be unplayable. Nico and Raphinha running on that side and Balde as the third man. I'm going to be real. Trent, listen. The bench might be the best spot for Real Madrid. I'm just saying, yo, Xabi Alonso, if you're not trying to get sacked by October, right, you got to do that. But Bastoni was actually following. But that's a convo. Yeah, facts. That is a convo for another day. Do you want Araujo plus 15 and you could get Bastoni? What do you do it? Oh, I would do it. I'll probably do it. You know what? Bastoni is good. I can't lie. But I was just not impressed against Barca, against the best attack, in my opinion. I wasn't impressed. That's my thing. But Araujo, I still want to give him one more year. I know a lot of people have quit on him, but I want to see him with the preseason. What if he can cook? Under Hansi Flick, he's the fastest center back. He's the strongest center back. He had a bad season, I'm going to be honest, with injury and bad performances in the big moments, but I just want to see a full preseason. Cabarsi and Inigo got the full preseason, and those guys did very good. So, listen, let's see what happens. But the point is, we do have options. Nico, the next time I talk about this live, I hope that Nico Williams is official. Hopefully. Let's see what Joan Laporta, the next Barca recap, hopefully Nico is official. No, I hear it. I hear you. That's why I don't get mad when people don't trust Araujo, because against PSG, he did cost us. But once again, I feel like that. What about Cabarsi? Cabarsi did kind of cost us too against Inter with the penalty that was unnecessary. We're only down 1, right? Like, listen, that's why at the end of the day, I always say Joan Garcia is going to be huge, right? Dani Olmo also costed us in the UCL. That turnover for Inter's first goal in the second leg, that was him. Brother, you can't do that. So I feel like that wasn't just Araujo against Inter. Now, if we're talking about PSG, Araujo deserved criticism for PSG. You can't make a red card, bro. You can't. You can't, bro. But he did, bro. So what am I going to do? It's in the past now, bro. At the end of the day, would I sell Araujo? It's tough. If the money is right, if they pay the release clause, I'm not going to be sad. I'll get a center back. But once again, if we're not going to buy no center backs, I said keep all the center backs, Christensen and Araujo, bro. Because, bro, I don't think Cabarsi and Inigo is enough. We saw at the end, we need 2 more center backs that can rotate with them. You guys ain't ready. Bro, Joan Garcia. They want to talk about King Von. Joan Garcia going to be moving like him. Joan Garcia is going to be the guy that gets Barcelona out. Listen, I'm going to be real. I'll call it. Joan Garcia is going to be the guy that there's going to be a tie that Barcelona is playing bad and they get through for the first time because their goalkeeper is legit on smoke that day. I think Joan Garcia, we haven't seen it from, Ter Stegen, but I think we will from Garcia. But big up, John. Araujo needs to study. Yeah, he needs to study not defending. The high line, bro. The high line is too systematic, bro. It's too extreme of a style for any player to play. Even some other guys like Gerard Martin, even guys like Hector Fort, they struggled with the high line. Like, I'm going to be real. It's very specific. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie. I'll probably wrap it up here, guys. Guys, smash up the likes. If you're watching on the playback, also subscribe to the channel. Road to 2,000 subs. Have post notifications so you guys know whenever I am live. But guys, listen, that's it from me. I felt like that I just had to go live. The Nico Williams news, it was just too big to ignore, bro. I'm going to be real. But guys, big up to y'all. Big up to everybody. Mahoyman, Ahmed, Tomac, right? Alessandro, John Williams, right? I will see you guys all soon. Probably live, maybe on Saturday, maybe on Sunday too, maybe on Monday. Just stay tuned. I'll be live. Peace. Visca Barca. Smash the likes. Subscribe to the channel. Stay safe. Peace.